think what we need to do before we kind of dive into this is maybe show you how I even got here. Everyone, just arrived at a lagoon and got my backpack on, got my camera macro lens swinging by my side, and there's the bike in the background. So we're gonna check out this area, which is a bird sanctuary. Beautiful walk in the woods. You got some sun coming through, and there's moments where cloud will pass by and everything is soft, a bit gray. A little out of shape. There's a lot of beautiful new leaves that are coming out. Spring is here. Check this out. There's really nice flowers. Man, that sun is nice. It's warm. take a look at what we have in our backpack. One is I got the 14 to 24 millimeter lens, Nikon. I got my macro lens. Actually, no, this is the 24 to 70 2.8 lens. These are my most used lens for waterfall, landscape. And then on here I have a macro lens. It's a 105. I might take pictures of, like, say, moss, some rocks, that sort of thing with this lens, but for now I'm going to switch it out. But before I switch it out, I gotta show you the filters that I'm using. Right here is my magic bag of filters. I got an intervalometer. Now this is great for a remote, take multiple photos. And here's a wireless one. So I can plug this into my camera and control it with this. So I can take pictures of myself in the scene. This is where I have multiple filters. I've got a polarizer here, which I'll use. And there's the polarizer. I've also got a 10 stop, a 2 to 5 stop, and I also have a 6 to 9 stop. So these are the circular filters that I have that I could put on these lenses. But as you know, that this one's really big and you can't fit a circular polarizer on there. See the bulb head? So I've got more filters in here. That's where these guys come into play. Put that aside for now. So to get a filter on this guy, I've got to use a special ring that'll help fit those square filters. Now for now I can put this lid on, but it doesn't really fit, so instead I fit this over top of it.
Before I set up my camera on my tripod, I take 5 to 10 minutes to walk around the location and find the best compositions and angles.
Alright, so we have our glass right here that's rounded, so I put on the mount right here so that I can put this guy on. This is Lee Filters 150 mount, and it's got a little pull, a little tightening ring. Place that over top, tighten it up, and then it freely spins. And that's so if I put a polarizer on, I can change the polarity. So here's our polarizer. That just fits right down in there. And check out that difference. It's quite amazing. Alright, since it's really bright at the top of the waterfall, I'm going to install this. This is a soft Grad. And that'll allow me to darken the top of the waterfall by using this polarizer. Beautiful. Okay, even though I have some filters up here, which I've placed in the holder, I'm still bracketing. So we just got some cloud coverage. As you can see, the contrast is not as extreme. There isn't super bright highlights, even though you see them a bit in this video. But look how there isn't any hot spots of bright sunshine that you see like along the water, along the rocks, and in through the forest. So this is probably the most ideal time to take waterfall photographs. It's when there's a nice soft light that's nice and controlled for long exposures. So I'm gonna take this time to go ahead and take photographs while I get some good condition, and then I'm gonna move over into some areas where we can use the polarizer to get down low and see right down through the water. Check it out. There's some really cool rocks here. In this spot, since I want to see the stones, check it out. They have a really nice color to them. Some blues. Some that have reds. Really nice colored rocks. And so I'm doing a much longer shutter speed, a much longer exposure, because there's a ripple in the water and I want to smooth that right out. So I'm using my polarizer, moving it left and right to cut the glare of the water so I can see all of these. Look at that one. Really nice, cool rocks. You can see that there's a cloud hanging overhead. So now is the time to get some shots. I'm going to be bracketing. You know, I still have a 0.9 ND Grad filter on here and a polarizer. And as you can see, those colors of those rocks are beautiful. They look really, really nice.
So next I want to shoot down at the lower falls, and so after I get my composition, which is around kind of thigh height, I set up my tripod and put my camera on top, get my composition dialed in, and move everything over to timer. It's on a 2-second delay. And I want to slow the water down to around a second, second and a half. And the reason why I don't want to go any slower is so that I can create texture in the water flow. And then my f-stop is at 16, which is great for depth of field, and my ISO is at 64. So this is going to turn out really well for nice clear images with a lot of detail. Now this is the tripod I am using. It's an FO11 tripod. It's kind of a travel size. So I got rubber pads on the bottom of the tripod. This allows for great grip against the rock, and these are just a quarter or eighth turns for the carbon fiber to move back and forth. Next I'm going to switch out my 14 to 24 for my 24 to 70 2.8 lens, and I'm going to attach this lead filter adapter. It's made for a 77mm thread. So I'm going to thread that on, and this allows me to use the same square filters, the SW150 that I used for the 14 to 24. So I can also use 2 square filters in here, one a polarizer and the second one a soft Grad, to take care of some of those highlights up on the top of the waterfall. Now if you didn't have these square filters, you could just use the circular filters that thread on. Here is the 77mm 2 to 5 stop ND filter from Lee Filters, and it's as simple as just threading it on and using it.
I'm all packed up, and just a little ways down from the waterfall, which is way back there, is this cute little place. It's really nice. Moving on. Got my coffee. Hey, thanks for the great ride today. Now it's time to relax.
And there's the tip of the day. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe.